This is the over-the-top swing characteristic, and here's how to identify it. Basically, you're going to get in your setup position. Now, in your setup position, we're going to draw a reference line along your club shaft, and we're going to extend that reference line up behind you. Okay? It doesn't mean anything. It's just a reference line. Now, during your backswing, we're going to take your swing back until your upper arm is parallel to the ground. When your upper arm is parallel to the ground, we're going to draw a secondary line along the club shaft. And what you'll notice is there's a slot between the original shaft plane line and this secondary line. This we call your slot. Now, some of you may have a much smaller slot based on your backswing and how you take the club back, and some of you may have a much wider slot based on a more vertical backswing. It doesn't matter. All that matters is we have a reference point that we call the slot. Okay, so once we've got that, on the downswing, we're going to run your swing. What we like to see is we like to see the club drop down in between your slot. However, if that club moves out over the top of the slot, that's why we term it the over-the-top swing characteristic. You are now outside of your slot. You are deemed to be over the top. Now, here's another thing. We do draw a third line. What we do is we take the student down all the way to their impact position and we freeze. From here, we draw a third line simply up the club shaft. This is called the impact plane line. Now, we'll run the video back a couple of frames and we'll notice, is your club on the impact plane line? And through the shot, is it on the impact plane line? If it is, then you are in the slot, you're on the impact plane line. That's really good. However, if you're over the top, it's a way of checking whether you stay over the top. Because if the club is above that impact plane line coming down and going through, then you're definitely over the top. However, there are some students that are over the top in transition, but then they may actually shallow the club as they get down into the delivery position, and their club could actually be back on that impact plane line through the shot. And it's very important that you draw that impact plane line. So what we're really looking for is, are you over the top in transition, and are you over the top on the impact plane line? If you're not, say you're over the top in transition, but you recover and you're good through the impact plane line, then we're going to see different ball characteristics. You might actually hit the ball fairly straight because of that. So that's how you identify the over the top swing characteristic.